to Bizchicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hey everybody, welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, strategies, and everything you need to take the hassle out of your hustle. Today is Tuesday, the digital diva. She's in the house, Terry Johnson, online from New York City, right here, right now, with everything we need for social media and digital marketing. So make sure you have something to write with, take some notes, because we're going to learn and do. And without further ado, here's TJ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Marketing Talk, where we talk about marketing strategy. We talk about all the changes and the trends. And this is all to keep you up to date in the know, because you need to have a fresh strategy. You need to have it. And I always say, because there's old news out there. When you search wherever you go, if you use, I think what's going on, especially when you use Gen AI tools, I think you're getting like the freshest content, but a lot of people aren't using ChatGPT that way, and that's fine. We're not going to really get into that because all of this is new. But what I wanted to talk about is that we talked about this before. I want to call this, I guess, an update to, what did we call it? The quiet. Did we call it the quiet? No, we didn't call it the quiet.
The silent,
the
silent lurkers.
Yes. So anybody remember that? If not, we'll put a link later and you can watch it. But I wanted to do a little update on that, because I see a lot of people going, the engagement's down. Nobody's commenting. Nobody's liking, or, all of the common things that we were used to 3 to 5 years ago. I'm just giving a time frame, but I always say we're moving away from the follower into interest based, and you have to make content that people are interested in. So I see a lot of whining, oh, my followers don't see my posts. Well, they would if they were interested. We got to face that fact. I don't think people are facing it. And it's across the board. It's not just Instagram. I see a lot of talk about YouTube. I saw a great video the other day. We'll talk about YouTube later. But the gist of it was, well, YouTube isn't showing my video. I forgot what it was exactly, but it was the complaint of I'm making videos and nobody's watching. Well, you have to be attuned to the signals that YouTube has to promote, or, remember, matchmaker. It wants to match. The algorithm for social media wants to match. It is not about your followers or your subscribers. Subscribers are great. I'm not saying that you don't want followers and you don't want subscribers, but we moved up to level 2 of, we want to make content that matches the intent of the audience, because that is what the algorithm is doing. Okay, that is what it's doing. It's not just throwing out posts willy-nilly. They have a system. It's an algorithm. It's code based. It's a program. It's a set of instructions that tells the program how to handle content. Why? Because there's so much of it. That's another thing we talked about. I said with generative AI and ChatGPT, I said there's going to be a lot of content. And it's not just me. A lot of other people I follow who talk about marketing and strategy and things have said for years, there's going to be more content. And you see that, right? We got Sora now. What is that? More content. It's not great. We're not getting into the quality of it. We talked about that. We'll continue to talk about that. But there's more content. That means it's harder for you to stand out and for your target audience, your audience, to see you, so you can say, hey, I'm over here. Come on over here in that sea of content. Here's my island where I'm over here talking about this topic. Come on over. Because they might swim by and not see, because I don't know what on that island. I don't know what you're doing over there. But if you got a big sign, then I'm talking about content marketing. I'm talking about jewelry. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about keto diet, whatever your thing is. Okay. You got to put the sign up.
Yep.
Okay. Does everybody agree with that? I mean, that's where we are.
And they're not going to be aware of you without the sign. Like you said, you walking by, and if I don't see a sign in the window that you got something for sale, I'm not going to look.
We have, and I just thought of, I was laughing. I'm sorry, because I just thought about, we have lots of people in New York, especially when I go downtown. There's people holding signs and walking around, the end is near, Jesus say, whatever it is. They get their attention because they're holding a sign.
And you were going to stop and look and see what the sign says.
Yes. And then if that person is talking, you're going to say, well, that might be a crazy person, or that person is making sense.
Right. But they had to get your attention first.
Right. And I that takes me back in a little history of, Malcolm X and Black Panthers and people like that. How they got people into the organization, also with the Nation of Islam. What did they all do? They had their people do what? They stood on the street corner here in New York City or wherever, and they spoke. Got on a box, had a post, whatever it is. I mean, you can watch a movie about it now. I believe Spike Lee's movie portrays it really well. His Malcolm X movie, which is a great movie. He portrays it, how Malcolm X was there talking, and it's like, well, how did it get so many followers?
Somebody resonated with the message, but if they just kept that message within the four walls and never said anything outside of the four walls,
right,
no one would have seen that. No one would have engaged.
Right. And I think about that fresh because there's an autobiography on I forgot who it was, but the mother that's how she started. Like, she was talking and just talking on the corner, and they were like, how does she get people to come to the organization? Well, she was a good speaker. She said her message and said it on the street corner. I think it was like in the 60s or the 70s, which that time period. So, there was no social media then. So, but I always bring that up because people always go, well, how do I? Well, the street corner is what now? Social media. The mall is what now? Social media. And here's the thing. Oh, well, let's get back to the silent, nobody's talking or nobody's responding or nobody's liking. It's because people are doing it silently. You have to remember that some of these people standing on the corner, some of them were like, yeah, okay, whatever, vocal, but a lot of them were silently listening. But what did they do? They stood there and listened. They might not have said anything.
And that I have seen that on a couple of YouTube channels that I monitor, where it tells you how many people are watching, but the chat or the comments could be crickets. But there are people who are watching. They're just not saying anything.
Right.
Yeah, and it's okay. I do that myself. I'm going to come check you out. I'm not necessarily going to say something to you.
I see a lot of things on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I look at it, and I don't like it. That doesn't mean I don't like it. I'm just like, I could like it, but it's like we're in a thing now where it's like we're consuming the content, but there's no visual like that the channel owner,
Okay, so I'm going to go back to my story of the trademark.
Okay.
I was flipping through Instagram. You had done an episode where the lady did not trademark her idea.
We did a couple.
Yeah, and so trademark was on my mind. And I'm flipping through, and this company had this nice little animated, we help you do trademark easy. It wasn't legalese and
it got your attention.
And it got my attention while I'm flipping through Instagram.
And you stopped.
I stopped and I was like, huh.
And then
the process was easy. It wasn't.
But what did you do after it caught your attention, the animation? And what did you do? You tapped on it and went to the profile or whatever it said to do.
Right.
You did it.
Yep. And
See?
the process wasn't it wasn't hard, but they had identified that it looked easy.
Yes.
It didn't look frightful. Like, oh my God, I got to go through all this. And it was easy.
Right. Well, see, that I love that you bring up that example because it was a piece of content that was animated, or it did something to make her stop the scroll. Stop the scroll. You looked at the piece of content, and that was the thing, the psychological hook of, I need to investigate this by tapping on it or liking it or saving it or going straight to the page and saying, I need this now.
Right. I didn't even like. I just
right.
said,
See, that's
I
what I
need
mean.
to go.
You don't have to like it.
Right.
You skipped the like and went to the
right. And so the thing was, though, I wanted what they had to offer.
Right.
And
right.
so if you don't have what the people want, if you don't have what they want, they're going to scroll by you.
So do we want the like on a piece of content, or we want them to go straight to the I'm buying it, which is what Fran did. I'm going straight to the where do I need this because I'm in the right moment.
Right.
That's why I bring up the cars. When you have a car lot and a car salesman and you're riding by, some cars are like, oh, you got a thing out there waving, whatever it is, the things they have out there because you're driving. You're not, oh, let me go into the car dealership. That thing that they have out, the sign, the clown, the whatever it is, that's to get your attention because you're driving. And then you go, oh, I need a new car. Not today, but maybe soon. And the signage says whatever it is to come and get you to look.
Yes.
But you go and look. But some people aren't ready to buy because they see the sign that says whatever it is and they're in the right spot to buy. They pull in and the salesman, hey, how can I help you? Do you want to take a look? Do you want to take a test drive? They know what to say based on the questions. They know where the person is in the car buying process. I just want to look. I want to test drive, or I want to, I'm ready.
And you may have been driving down the street, saw the sign and said, okay, I'm on my way to work. I'm gonna have to come back on Saturday and go see them.
That too. See, it's a lot of things in this the customer journey, the buying process. And people think, okay, I'm on social media, I'm gonna make a post and people are just gonna do it. But you have to think about all the steps that I call them breadcrumbs. You got to think about all the little things. And it could be more than one path to the buying. But like Fran said she saw that post about the trademark. Did she like it? No. But if you're the business owner sitting there, well, they didn't like my post. But she went to buy. She went straight to the website or whatever it said. Because I don't need to like it. I know I need trademark because we talked about it. And boom, here's the company that does it in an easy fashion. That's the onboarding of easiness. And I say that if you're doing it for email, you don't want to throw up 20 questions for them to get that free thing, the checklist. You want email, possibly name, first name, email.
Name, not even the last name.
You don't need to let. You can get all that on the other side. The other side, and I bring it up, the car salesman. When you're pulling in the lot, we got one. Not to get. I'm just saying that the salesman is like, we got somebody interested. This fish is swimming around, looking at the hook, the worm on the hook. That's what we want. Is it the right worm for the fish? Yeah, it's gonna jump on it and do. Those are the things that we need to think about. It's really simple. Don't complicate this. But let's get back to this, the silent part of it. And I'm glad that you brought up your thing, your example. Hey, Dr. Tachi.
Yeah, that was
the silent part of it, because she said she didn't like it. Ooh, she didn't like the content, but she did something else. That's even better for a business owner. She went straight to the whatever your call to action was. If it's good enough, if you don't have a call to action, people will go, well, where's the link? We know, for instance, Instagram, there's something in the bio. on the profile page. You know there's something there. You know there's a link. Sometimes you got to tell people, sometimes you don't. Depending on how good your worm is, your bait, I might jump right in the boat. Fish might jump. Hey, you got the right bait. I'm just going to jump in. I'm not even going to get on the hook.
And going to the right bait situation, it's because you studied and know your clientele. You know the people you serve. And so you know these people like this kind of bait. These people like this.
Yes.
And so, and you can't be trying to serve everybody.
You can't.
Because
you can't. And while you were saying that, I was just thinking about some of the videos that I've seen online, like the people that you know that they want to get the alligator, they hunt for alligator. They don't put worms on a hook. I've seen one a whole raw chicken, a whole side of this, and they put it in the water in the side, and they come back or they wait. The alligator comes up for the chicken, and they however they catch them. I've seen those, and I'm like, are they using worms for an alligator? No,
the right approach for the right audience.
I want an alligator. I'm gonna put a whole raw chicken, a turkey, or I've seen those videos. Those people know what to use to get what they want. It's real simple. It's really simple. It's really simple. So I'm calling this creative memory because that's what we're doing for those who aren't liking or commenting or sharing. They're like, silently standing there watching your content. Like Fran says, it was like, oh, trademark. I was in the right moment and I went boom right to where I needed to go because the directions are so easy. That GPS on their content. Real simple stuff, right? The trademark post, really simple. What was the title? You said the title.
Well,
what it said?
I don't know exactly what they said. All I know is you had taught us and showed that, you know, you shared with us the importance of getting your trademark.
Right. But they might have said something about how easy it is to trademark or something.
Basically it was Trademark Factory, and it showed a factory of how you can, and the boxes moving along and something else. And I was like,
They made it easy with the visuals. That's what you do. I mean, a lot of the content is very, I'm like, keep it simple. You're not teaching, you're not a lecturer. You're not a professor and there's a lecture of 300 people. You want it to be, well, we talked about this last week, the 8th grade, the ChatGPT, we said make it for, 8th grade level.
8th grader. And that helped because it wasn't complicated. Yes, they are attorneys who are creating your, helping you through the process, but they got that down to where it's not.
And the audience is not other attorneys. An attorney knows, well, I need a trademark. I'll go talk to my friend that's a trademark. That's not the audience. The people are us who, like we said, we talked about a lot of people on social media. Unfortunately, I felt sorry for them that they had started businesses and somebody else came along and they, of course, they put their stuff on TikTok, but it wasn't trademarked. So somebody else came along and said, oh, you're not trademarked. Boom, let me go. And the people on TikTok were crying about how things were stolen. And I'm like, well, there's no legal recourse because you did not start the process of the trademark. You could start the process and still talk about it because you're there first. Your stamp. You could go to, I'm not sure what was the process. You go to what is the Office of Trademark and I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, you can go there and start that process, but there are so many things that could go wrong.
Right. But what I mean is that you start your date. I started Tuesday, October 28th at 11:38 a.m. I went online and I started the process and I saved it. In the legal sense, you started it. Your stamp is there. Yep. Even though somebody comes by, say tomorrow, and they go, well, I don't see it. I'm going to go in and circumvent you. and their date is tomorrow. Well, the courts are going to say, well, this person started on Tuesday, October. They got there first, even though it wasn't completed. That's what I mean. Like,
right.
you're in there.
You they asked us, when did you start using the Bizchicks slogan and logo and all that stuff, so that they could properly represent us and tell us how we're doing.
But you started the process of it. And see, that's what I was saying about the people we talked about. I think one was a Nostalgia Cosmetics or something. And it was a great idea, but another couple or somebody else came along afterwards, saw their videos and went and trademarked everything because that person had done it. And they were in the car crying about their business was gone because this other person. That's how you have to do things in a legal fashion. I know that it's so easy to get on social media and start. You want to do that, but you also parallel to that. Please start your legal process. And again, it's difficult. Like, well, it sounds hard, but Fran saw somebody, Trademark Factory. They said we know that you business owners or potential business owners, you're confused. You don't know where to start. I got you. That's what they said to Fran. And Fran said, I'm in.
Right.
Let me see.
Because that I don't think trademarking is a DIY situation.
It's not. But what I mean is that people in their mind, it must be difficult. So I'm not even going to start. I'm not even going to look. I'm not even going to ask. Because it sounds like a hard thing. It sounds like taxes. It sounds like buying a house. It sounds, those things, people get ideas in their mind and they don't even investigate it because it sounds difficult. But here's the beauty of social media. Somebody out there is talking about it. I've seen lots of women that are talking about taxes and businesses and the legal process. One is an accountant and she's got this whole system of talking about. I was like, she's making it so easy. And that's what you want because you're online talking about the thing. And it's like, I know you're frustrated. I know you're overwhelmed. I know you don't understand, but I'm here to hold your hand. And that's what Trademark said. Trademark Factory said, I'm here to hold your hand.
Yep.
They didn't talk about the legalese. They didn't talk about, well, you put your application in and you wait and you pay this and this. They didn't do any of that.
Nope.
I said, hey, let me hold your hand because I know this is overwhelming. I'm in. And I say that because I've had lots of clients in like the healthcare area and they're like, they want to show, for instance, the dentist, they want to show the before. And I'm like, Stop, please. Stop. I don't want to see the before. I want to see the after. I want to see the happy customer.
Mm-hmm.
Happy because going to the dentist is not happy. They're always finding something wrong. Oh, you got a cavity. Oh, you got to do that. You don't want that. That's going to stop people from coming in. So I had one. It was like, please stop doing the befores. Show the after. Happy.
Yeah, that's what they do. They give you a report every month on the status of stuff. I was like, okay.
I don't want to see that. That's gonna make people. They think that makes people come in, and it doesn't. Also, the insurance side of it or the paperwork side of it, don't worry about it. We do this, we do that. Just come on in. Just make an appointment. Make an appointment. They don't do that. They want to show the befores. And I'm like, don't do that. Because that's like showing the car wreck. Please don't show the car wreck. Show the after of this car was restored or this car was fixed or see the solution. Lead with the solution. But, I had an ongoing fight with them because in that area, especially, they all follow the leader. They kind of do whatever the other dentists are doing. And I'm like, you can't because you look like everyone else. So why should I go to you?
Right.
You gotta, and I love that in healthcare, a lot of doctors and nurses and dentists and health professionals are on TikTok and video and reels talking. Because that's how you get people to come to your practice. You're talking to them. You're assuring them. Hey, you might want to think about this because da 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 da. Your 6 months checkup. If you don't come in, tell them why. But don't scare them. Say, here, I know that you're busy and you keep putting it off, but here's why you can't and that's the hook. Here's why you can't put this off. And do it in a happy way, not, doom and gloom. That doesn't sell. Doom and gloom doesn't sell anything. Nothing. So that's just some of the things that we've talked about and goes along with this. All right, so the creative memory part. Let's get into that. And I had my assistant build me up an outline of things we want to talk about. So we want to build memory moments. Create content that sticks even when people don't react. I was like, I love that. Because what you're doing is you're there. People are there. And we can't say, well, people aren't on social media because they're not liking and they're not commenting. People are still there. Where are they going? To the mall? No. The street corner? No. They're on social media. It's just that the way things are in society, people aren't saying anything because there's a lot of backlash. There's a lot of people that will come out with pitchforks and go, why did you say that? You're wrong. So you know what? I don't want to be attacked online, so I'm not going to make a comment. But I'm still there. And there's a study, one of the annual studies that I look at, I think it was We Are Social. They had so they did a social media, they did their annual social media study. I meant to pull up a slide, but you would think that and I believe this is global. Some of the countries went down, but most of the countries have a percentage that's up of using social media, getting on social media. Those studies that I like to bring up where they talk about the smartphone usage and the internet usage and how many people on social media and how many people are making accounts. Because that tells me there's growth. Not, well, I don't see a like or a comment, so nobody's online. Why even make content? And I'm like, no, you got to be smarter about it. You got to build the memory of, we got to be memorable. And the example that Fran had with the trademark factory, perfect example. I'm pretty sure they're still running those posts or ads or whatever they're doing because they're working.
Yeah.
All right. So a memory moment is content that gets saved, stays on their mind, sparks reflection, builds trust over time. This is what I've been talking about in the last few months. Building trust. And trust is not an overnight thing. It is building a house. Do the foundation. You got to put the bricks. You got to put the walls up. You got to put, once the walls up, you got to do the inside wall. Well, before that, you got to do the electrical, the plumbing. See, all those things that have to be built over time. Now, you could buy a prefab house. Yeah, but most people go, okay, we're going to build a house. And you have to have the foundation and all those other things. So this is what we're doing because of the content that's so easy to make. You've seen it with Sora. We talked about that. Your generative AI tool, we talked about that. It's so easy. Hey, make me a this, do a that. Boom, you got it. And you post it. But we have to make it memorable because what Fran said, that she saw the post, it did something animated, it stopped the scroll, she looked at it, it said what it needed to say, and she went straight to it. Not even a like. Nope. Not a like, not a share.
But it started with knowledge that I got from a reliable source. Oh, right. We need to trademark.
Right. So the awareness, you had the awareness of this is an issue. because that's why I brought that story, because this is something that could happen in a business. When you start a business, when you have a brick and mortar, what do? You buy or lease a building, you get insurance, all of those things you have to do to protect yourself, because a customer might come in and hurt themselves or whatever it is you want to be protected. Same thing with online, because it's so easy to start online. You need a domain, you need a website, you need this. You don't even need that now. You can go to Gamma, you can go to Lovable, you can go to whatever, and they do all that now. But still, you know, they ask you, do you want a custom domain? Do you want a this and that? There's things you have to do. Because of the stories that I brought of the people that did that made videos, that had a website, that were selling cosmetics. I forgot what the other one was, but somebody came in and undercut them because they didn't have the protection of a trademark. So the knowledge is already there from us talking about it or making posts, or that's what you need to do in your industry. You need to talk about what the beginner needs to know, and you have to keep saying it. See, this is another thing. People get to, well, I made one post about it. Well, when did you make it? Last year. You should have been making that every week. Why? Because you want to keep, there's people coming on. It's like the airport. People are coming on the social media all the time. Getting on, getting off, looking on, getting in the app, getting out of the app. You don't know what they're going to see because the algorithm decides what to show them. But if you've got posts where it's the same topic, but you switch it up, it's easy now because you can go to Canva and change the design. You can ask your AI tool to change the design. You can say change the color, switch, and it will do it for you like that. You print it, you put it up. It's the same message. Why? Because that message works.
Yep.
Just like with the Trademark Factory, whatever they posted, when friends saw it, they could just change the graphics of it or the colors of it, but the message is still the same because that is the hook.
Yeah, and apparently they had taken an ad out, because I'm looking at their Instagram post and I'm like, okay, I don't see what I saw before, but they have some interesting little stories in here about Tiger Woods and somebody else, and they're just telling the story of how important it is to trademark your brand.
I love that.
They apparently they took out an ad at some point.
Yeah, and we could, you know, a real quick tip if you want to see what businesses, what ads they're running on, especially on Meta. You go to I think you go to their Facebook page, and you can see like the ads the most current ads they're running. So I've done that a lot. Like, okay, what ads are they running? And I believe you can go to their Facebook page, and there's a place where you can see whatever current ads. And I've seen that myself with I forgot who it is, somebody that they've got a summit and they keep running it every couple of months or whatever, and they changed the graphics of it. I think the last one was they made an AI of the person. Like, I was like, that's not the person, I could tell, but it looked like the person and it sounded like the person. It was just an AI person. The whole image was, it wasn't, they were filming themselves like walking and talking, and the background was like a Star Wars kind of. I was like, that's AI, but it was done really well though.
Yep.
And it was like, okay, that's that person, but they switched up the look. The messaging is still the same. Okay, so they're creating a memory, because when I saw it, I was like, I already know who that is, but I was like, that's not them, because I've seen them on the summit, you know, as the person talking, but the ad was they made an AI video of themselves, and I was like, that's so cool. So I don't have time to record myself or repurpose something from when I spoke, or maybe it doesn't fit, or maybe I want to have something get attention, which this post did. The post did. All right, so the memory moments. Step 1, say what they're thinking out loud, or recognition, something they recognize, that a moment where you get me, you understand me. I've seen people comment that a lot on posts when somebody post something. Oh, this really resonated with me. Oh, you really understand me. Oh, I needed this today. That's another one. I needed this today. That means you hit the target. You hit something with them. It resonated. Step 2, make it simple enough to repeat later. You want it to be short and sticky, like the trademark warehouse post that Fran saw. It was real easy, simple, it stuck in the mind, and it got the job done. Step 3, anchor emotion with insight. You want to do education with emotion, the whole attention to build the credibility. Step 4, repetition with variety. Same message, different angles, with what I just said. Keep the messaging, change the look of it. It's really easy to do now with Sora, Nano Banana, whatever tool. There's I use Firefly. There's tools everywhere. Gemini. Hey, take this image and rearrange it so it's the same message, but I want it to look a little different, and I want it to be this instead of that. Okay, and it does it. And guess what? Post it and go. Why? Because you know that message works. That hook works because it worked with the other one. See? And you could sit down in a day and say, well, let me do a week's worth. Do a week's worth. Go to your scheduler. Post it. You're done. Okay, so the repetition, that is the brand memory. That's the memory we want.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about the repetition, the consistency, because people will forget you or anybody if they don't. That's why the TV commercials keep showing the same thing over and over again. Okay, so I done saw this truck, I don't know how many times, grab your keys and let's go. I'm like, okay, so they keep showing that to you.
Exactly.
To make you remember that.
But people think, well, I posted that 2 months ago. And there's somebody I follow on Instagram, I forgot who it is, that would always bring this up. Like he will post something and it's like, he'll say, go back to your own post. Why are you just posting it once? Well, because somebody already saw it. So what? Post it again and a new person will see it.
How many times do we see a McDonald's commercial?
All the time. But what do they do? It's done differently.
And okay, we could be watching one TV program and they will run that message 4 or 5 times in that 30-minute program.
Yeah.
Okay, TJ, I just got this. I just got the fact that, oh my God, consistency, because you have been teaching us consistency in social media forever.
And it doesn't mean real quick, consistency doesn't mean I got to post 5 times a day. It just means on your schedule.
Right. But it dawned on me, people want the awareness and want people to engage. But if I only saw a post once from you, I'm not going to remember that. Just like McDonald's posted one time. Mm-hmm. McDonald's posts a lot of time. Breakfast, McRibs, just whatever they happen to be doing.
Different times a day. If it's breakfast, they do in the morning. If it's lunch, they have a way of doing it. But the thing is that people think, well, I posted this once on Instagram. Well, post it again in 2 days. Post it tomorrow on LinkedIn. Put it on your YouTube community page. Put it on Pinterest.
So it is so easy now to be memorable because you don't have to pay the big bucks that McDonald's paid when they started advertising back in the day.
And memorable does not mean the one-man band guy with the monkey and on his back with the this and the drums and the cymbals. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about once you find the hook, real easy to get the hook. Ask your tool, give me some hooks that'll work. The hooks is to get the attention, and then it will help you build it out. Once you're setting up your voice. You're saying, this is how I talk. This is how I want it to sound. And just, if it doesn't sound like you, just redirect it. Hey, that doesn't sound like me. And mine always goes, Jessica goes, you're right. That doesn't sound like you. Good catch. I'm like, because I know what it's supposed to sound like. Mm-hmm. I'm not just going to take the first thing you throw out at me. We got to work on this thing a couple of times.
I am really I'm talking about the light just clicked on, the bell just rang. I need to do in order to be top of mind, you need to be like a TV commercial on social media.
Yes, you people think I post one thing and well everybody saw this, and that was yesterday or last week. Post it again.
And they give you, okay, so the dare I say this, the drug companies give you this, I was doing such and such and such. Everybody's all happy and stuff. And then they give you the side effects.
Oh, yeah, the side effects. Yeah.
Like,
But they show the side, or they show or say the side effects while there's a happy scene. Like there's a family at the zoo or at the circus, and they're giving the kid, and the kids is riding the ride, and everything's like. And also there was like some commercial. I forgot. I think it was for diabetes or diabetic medication, and the lady was singing and dancing. That thing stuck in my head. I was like, what? She's singing and dancing, and everybody's singing and dancing. There was no doom and gloom. There was none of that. There was happiness, and it stuck. And they had a little jingle, and it stuck. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Okay, because they probably got enough coins from that movie, from that video.
It just that song. I was like, why am I singing this song?
But so I see the importance now of having a schedule of posting, and like you said, having your different types of going out at different times. Oh my gosh.
And we have scheduling. Meta has scheduling. Your third party tool has scheduling. Pick one, whatever it is. LinkedIn has scheduling. You don't have to pay for a third party scheduler. You can, it makes it easier. But most of these have schedules where you just go, okay, post this day, post that day, post that day. Because we're making content for building a memory, for repetition that builds trust. Even though nobody liked it, or they didn't comment or whatever, it didn't catch at the right time. Do it again.
Okay, so the McDonald's commercial, I didn't click like on McDonald's or whatever. You just remember it when you see the golden arches. Oh yeah,
brand memory. That's what that is, brand memory.
Then the kids remember it. The kids remember the M.
Every kid knows those golden arches. Man, after church, I was like, can we go to McDonald's? That was like, we're going to church for McDonald's. Sorry to say, but you're a kid. Sorry, that's what kids, you gotta, hey, we're going to
trade off. I'll go to church as long as you take me to McDonald's after.
Grandma gotta have the candy in her pocket with the quiet wrappers. All of those things. I mean, we have to think about that type of thing. And I know it sounds like a lot of work, but we've got November 2022 was the greatest time because it brought us the tool.
Because you have no excuse on what to create or how to create it anymore, because now you just need to learn how to talk to your digital assistant and have them create something for you, and you can get it out. Oh my God. You
don't even have to. You could go to Canva, and Canva has magic right. You tell it says, what do you want to create? Tell it what you want to create.
AI. Oh my gosh. And it'll create several different
you want a presentation? Gamma AI does it. There's a whole bunch of them. Hey Jen, that's the one that does the talking avatar. There
are so many tools that you can stay in one realm. Today I found out about I have Sora too, right? But I went into Gemini to do something, and I needed to animate a video. It can do. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can.
Yeah, Gemini does it.
And it said create a video. I was like, oh, so y'all do this too. I pushed the button. I'm like, huh, okay.
Yeah, it's in there.
Mm-hmm. I did not, they just don't have name. They're not Kleenex. That's
Right.
the thing. They are tissue, not Kleenex, if you understand what I mean. Sora is Kleenex. Gemini's video is tissue.
And remember that this last week, OpenAI made their new browser Atlas. So you can use the browser, is Chrome based, and it's got ChatGPT built into it. And it can talk to any website you're on. You can ask it what you want to ask it.
Yep.
So
I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I can create all my content that I want. Now I need to think, what do I want to share with my audience?
See, that's the thing. What do I need to share? What do I need to share with my audience?
And it will help you write it.
Exactly.
I have a team in my pocket.
Just the thought. You just need the thought. So remember, this memory moment content, it's content that makes someone pause, reflect, or save, replay, action, go to your business and buy what you're doing, ask you a question, send you there's so many paths, but you want to create the memory. See? You want to stop the scroll with some memorable content. How do I make memorable content? Ask your tool. It'll tell you. Ask your assistant. I asked Jessica all kind of things. Well, how do I do this? How do I do that? It says, yeah, I know how you want it. I know how you sound. I know how you want it. Here it is. And then if I don't like it, I go, well, give me another version. It gives me the version. I said, I don't like either one. Combine them. Make me a hybrid and let me choose. And then I said, well, which one do you think is the best? I do all of that. It's conversational now. It's not. I see we're not in the early days of build me a prompt. The early days, the prompts were like 5 pages long. Now it's like, because we've used it and it's learned and gotten better. Now it's conversational. Once you tell it who you are and what you want.
And the conversation is automatic now too. I noticed that today when I was talking to it. I didn't talk to it and I didn't have to push the button. The conversation went straight in.
Because it memorizes the way that you want it. And if you want it in a different way, you tell it, okay, instead of making me a Word document, make this a Notion database, or make this a da-da-da. And it says, sure, and it does it for you. But it memorizes the things that you ask for over and over. So don't just accept what it gives you, push it. Say, is this the best you can do? Can you improve this? Can you make this? Can you combine these two? Can you tell me which one is the best? And it's based on conversation that you had. I believe one of the last videos I saw with Gary Vaynerchuk, he said that his prompts are like 30 minutes long or something.
Wait, he just has a random conversation with the thing.
He's done it several times on a live. He gets the people asking something. He gets on the phone and he says, "Hey, and he's talking, and the thing is talking, and he talks, and he says, "No, That's prompting. He's not sitting down and writing because that's not what he does. He's a talker, so he uses the voice part of it. And here's another key: if you use ChatGPT, which I discovered this week, that you can get an archive all your chats. And when you get the file and you download it, if you've done audio chats, they're saved in there as MP3s. I was like, get on a chat.
What?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm gonna
go to settings. It's settings. Or let me see real quick while we
look. I'm gonna look that up. Thank you very much.
It's a little teaching moment.
This is why you come to bizchicks.net to get these little tools and little strategies that helps take the hassle out of your posting hustle or out of whatever it is that you're doing. Because I wanted a audio clip of something that I asked it to do. So I was
trying to find mine too. I said, I know I've done some audio and I couldn't find it.
because I can have them the answer he had. I'm just like, I just want to post that. And
so this go to settings, data controls, there's an export data. And when you click export, it says, okay, it's going to take a while, but it sends it to your email, and then you get a link. And when you click that link, you can download the file, and it came as a zip file. And because my memory is like really full, so it's a big file. Let me see if I can find it. But I looked in something, and I was like, well, why are these MP3 files in here? And I was like, oh, those are my voice chats. They make separate, it says audio. It makes separate folders, and then they're WAV files. And I was like, get out of town. Get out of town. And then any graphic that because I've uploaded lots of charts and things and screenshots, they're all there when you ask for the archive. It's like, get out of town.
I have new toys to play with this weekend.
So in the zip file, you get a chat.html file. And when you click on that, it depending on how much memory you have saved up, it takes a long time for this file to open, but it opens in your browser, and it's every chat that you haven't deleted. I was like, get out of town. I was so happy. So I haven't dug into it yet. I haven't looked at the audio, but I saw it said audio, and then it was WAV files. And I was like, that's got to be
your chat
audio,
the conversations,
conversation. I haven't listened to them yet, but I was just like, ooh.
I'm in the process. I'm reminding myself to hit the little microphone instead of keep trying to type.
Yes.
I was like, oh, stop typing, friend, talk.
So remember, people say more than they like, people click more than they comment. They may DM privately instead of doing publicly. They may watch multiple times without reacting or liking once. Jessica says, your audience is still there. They're quiet. They're just responding differently. So you gotta get in there and keep going instead of looking for the visual, the visual thumbs up or heart or whatever. Some people are just going, and we've said this before. Some people consume your content and go straight to buy, and you're going, well, how did I get the sale? How did this happen? Now, because they consumed your content, that one post, or they followed you for a while, or they're ready to buy. Whatever it is that moment, they're ready, so they go to buy because you showed them the process. They know to go to the link and buy. They know there's a link, and you said, here's the link to get. And if you put them on your email, then you can really send out emails saying, I'm offering this, I'm offering that, I'm offering this, da, 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 da. If you don't want to be on this, I'm talking about this topic. If you don't want to get emails about this, click the link. I love that people are starting to do that because they talk about more than one topic. They'll say, well, if you don't want to hear more about this, click on the link and take yourself off of this topic. Because see, people segment their list. If you didn't know, people that have email marketing software, they can segment. Dr. Tati said, this is very comprehensive. Is that like a good thing, or because I want it to be simple? I hope you mean in a good way.
I think, yes, she does.
No, but see, that's the way. When you see a comment, you got to say, okay, let me take it the right way. Not that it's a negative. I'm just saying I want this to be simple because simple works. As Fran showed us with the trademark warehouse. And am I following them? Let me see if I can bring them up real quick because we're talking about them.
I think I have them too.
If you want to bring up a post or bring up their profile.
Yeah, because their little Instagram is on point.
And you want to see the example.
And I'm talking about the little people who are using stuff too. And I mean, their little post thing is not, you know how some people have it all cute. Theirs ain't cute. It's just effective.
Okay, if you have it, bring it up.
The Instagram?
Yeah, bring it up. We'll show it real quick.
Okay.
I followed, that reminds me, I follow a trademark lawyer on Facebook. I rarely go to Facebook. I follow somebody there that's a trademark lawyer.
And here they are. They tell you why Trademark Factory. Register. He said register your trademark. You can see it.
Hold on, I was clicking on something. Yes. So look, register your trademark.
Sorry.
Duh.
And
Then
then
they have one that says why Trademark Factory.
Mm-hmm. And then they had something to do over here. Neil Young, who is a band, just got sued over his band's name.
And you're like, ooh, what's going on with that? And you click on it.
Let's click and see. The luxury fashion brand Chrome Hearts is suing him for trademark infringement, saying fans might think the two are connected. Chrome Hearts is the name of his band. Even rock legends aren't immune to trademark trouble. Don't let this happen to your brand. Protect your name before it becomes a legal battle. Protect your name before it becomes a legal battle with Trademark Factory. Visit Trademark Factory and get your trademark done right, guaranteed.
Simple. Visit Trademark Factory and get your trademark done right, guaranteed. And I was saying warehouse, but it's factory. So we got it. Mm-hmm. That's why I said bring it up so now people can see.
And that's now you know how long Neil Young been in the business, and somebody
he started a new band. That's what's happening. So he's starting something new.
No, this might have been.
No, see, it says Neil Young new band.
Oh,
new band, not him.
Okay, not the old one.
Not him, not Neil Young. He started a new band. But there's already something called Chrome Hearts. And when you get into trademark, when you get into this, trademarks are for different categories. So you got to check and make sure, that the categories of it.
Right. And so there was some other people who had some stuff, Tiger Woods, people.
Michael Jordan here, Doublemint in Europe, all kinds of good stuff.
Everybody is fighting something. If you
Cadbury, what is that?
Okay, this is what he said. If you built a brand but didn't trademark it, you're basically renting your name, not owning it.
Boom. I see it every day. Businesses pouring money into logos, ad influencers. But when I asked, did you trademark it? They go silent. Here you go. That's what we were talking about with the videos that I brought. Mm-hmm. It's so easy to get started online, but you're not getting the insurance part of it. Like when you do a brick and mortar in real life, you have to have insurance on that business because you're going to have people come and visit. Something might happen.
This is in New York. Back in New York, New York Cafe once launched a drink called Freddoccino. Starbucks sued, claiming it was too close to Frappuccino. The case settled and the cafe had to drop the name. Lesson. Even clever names can trigger costly disputes. Protect your brand with trade. Wow.
There you go. There's all good stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
All good stuff. So again, here are things to think about. But if you're following, brands like Trademark Factory and other things, they're going to educate you and you're going to know, oh, well, I didn't know that could be an issue with trademark. I didn't know that could be an issue. And here it is.
Yeah, because that was major. And I'm like, so you take all these years to build up your company and your brand, like the young lady with Nostalgia Cosmetics.
Mm-hmm. And she has something going.
And somebody else, now they didn't have to come and just do it, but they did. They came in and just trademarked her idea because she didn't.
I believe in the video she was saying something about that she was going to do it, or I forgot what it was, but It was a sad story.
Right. And the thing about the trademark factory, they let you make installment payments too. So there's really no reason not to get it done. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And it's the thing that you really care about. Now, if you own your name, I think that's a little different story. But because it's your name.
Yeah, it's your name is a different story. But if you're talking about a brand like Nostalgia Cosmetics or Trademark Factory or whatever it is, I'm thinking like Kim Kardashian, she got a Skims or something. If you call your business something like that, that's not your name. You have to check the trademark out. I believe the Duchess of Sussex, this last year, she had something called American Riviera Orchard, and then find out she couldn't use it because something America, one of the words, she couldn't use it. Then she had to go back, and that's how she came up with the brand name that she has now. But again, this is why you use a trademark lawyer or legal team or whoever that does this. So you can't just go, okay, I'm gonna make a business. It's real easy. You might want to think about it because somebody else could say, like in the Starbucks thing, well, we already use that. It sounds too similar or too close to our brand. So you got to change it. And you go, why? Well, those are the legal ramifications of doing business in America.
So then you want to create the memory, but you need to check to make sure you can use that before you launch it. Wow.
Yeah. So and that's what I had for you today.
This is some good stuff. And this is why you need to reach out to TJ. TerryJohnsonOnline.com/info. Get on her mailing list. Go find her on Instagram. Find her on Facebook, Threads or something. Find her.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on most of the major platforms.
Go ask questions.
Yeah.
Ask some questions. Get some answers so that you can really take the hassle out of your social media hustle. Because a lot of times people have been holding back on the social media part. Oh, I don't have a team. We just
you have a team now. It's called Gemini. It's called ChatGPT. It's called Claude. It's called whatever. There's so many tools. Perplexity. What do you want to call it? Which one you want to use? Try them all. I don't know what to tell you. They all have free trials.
Right. And spend a weekend playing with them and see which one you like and build your social media component of your business. You can do this. I was like, wait a minute. I put a post out because today is Terralina Austin's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
And so today I'm going to show you what I created because I said I wanted to, I was like, how can I do this and get it out to everybody? Terry, it was so easy.
Cool.
Let me see if I can share this window with you.
All right.
And
yeah, go ahead. While you're doing that, I just wanted to mention because last week we talked about doing the reels and stuff. So I started doing some reels. I just repurposed the Friday video and it's been doing really well.
To our very own Terralina Austin, we're celebrating another beautiful year of life, laughter, and light with you.
I like that. What did you make this? This be the Gemini?
Gemini.
We're celebrating another beautiful year of life, laughter, and light with you.
Look at that. And she moves.
Right. That part. I was like, wait a minute. And it talked.
Say that again. Gemini. Say that again.
Gemini. That was Gemini.
That's Google.
Google.gemini.something or Gemini Google.
Gemini.google.com, I think.
Yes.
Type in Gemini, it'll take you there.
Right. I was like, wait, because I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be playing with Gemini today. Do some real quick stuff.
Right, because I was like, okay, because everybody has their own thing. Before, Gemini did not do audio. I didn't
Right.
put that audio on there. I just put the flyer that I wanted, and I said, give me, create me a video saying with a happy birthday announcement. It did the audio on its own. I was like, what?
Pretty cool. I like that. And how long did that take you?
Maybe a minute.
10 seconds? A minute?
It wasn't a minute. It wasn't. It was way less. I was gonna say 10 seconds because it's really.
Yeah, not because it makes it in like 10, 15 seconds, but just, you typed in or you can talk into your phone and say, I need a birthday card. Or did you say animated or?
I said I need a birthday video announcement.
Okay. There you go.
And I put the person's name in there and, and then her picture. I had already created the little thing.
The picture. And it did that.
Mm-hmm. Now I created the graphic in something else, but I took the graphic and stuck it in there and it made her move. I was like, wait.
Because did you ask for the movement? No, it didn't. So, but hey.
I wanted a video and it made a video because, with the confetti.
Right. So here's the thing. What a business would use that for. Hey, it's our anniversary and we did da-da-da-da-da and we want to share with you da-da-da-da-da. Here's 10% off today only da-da-da-da-da. Whatever that is, and make it the video. Put up a picture of the owner or the business or whatever and there. See? That's how you do this for your business.
I was like, this is easy. So I got all of the posts out on all of our platforms using our the one that sends it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is what we're doing instead of making robot chickens or people running down the street with rainbow clowns on like we're not doing that. And matter of fact, we've talked about that. I saw a post from somebody on Facebook this week that was saying the exact same thing about people making the crazy stuff with Sora and these other tools, but we're not doing that. You have to find the business use for it. And that's what we've been saying. So here's a great example. There's an example. Yeah. You could do one of these if you wanted to say, we want to celebrate our customers. And you don't use a picture of them, you use a picture of you or your business.
Right. And you can celebrate your customers. Hey, this is our customer, Ann Smith. She's been with us for
employees. You can do that for your employees. We want to celebrate our employee. And then why you post that is because your customers, your future customers, potential customers could see that and say, wow, you're such a great business owner that you celebrate your employees like that.
Mm-hmm.
You sending out good feelings. We want to do good stuff. There's too much bad on social media. We don't want to contribute to that. We want the good stuff.
We do not need any more bad.
We don't want that. And right now, people need a lot of distraction. So put some good out there. And it's easy to do. You don't have to go, well, I got to sit down and I got to pull up a video editing and I got to make a graphic and I got to...
Yeah, because the whole because we heard Adam Mosseri said that reels are a thing and they're going to keep being a thing.
I wanted to, especially after we talked about it last week, I wanted to test it out. That's what I was saying. I was like, okay, I'm not going to make something. I'm just going to repurpose. So I repurposed, and I was like, well, I did trial reels, and then I let it go, and then Instagram goes, oh, this trial reel is doing good. You might want to share it. Then you hit share. Then it goes out to your followers.
And so because he said that about reels, I was like, okay, I need video content now. Take whatever I've done, and now I can know that I can use Gemini to create a video from it. I can use Sora to create a video from it, and I can create reels and shorts because I can put it over on YouTube as a short.
Yep, I did that too. I moved them over to YouTube as a short. did really well. I was like, okay, so now the thing was I had to remember is that, okay, remember to do it. That's my only issue. It's like, okay, you're doing so many things. It's like, okay, I got to remember to take like 5-10 minutes to do that. And that's really what it took, was 5 or 10 minutes. And then I found some music. I put some music on mine because I didn't want it to be just talking. So I found some, and it's really easy in the edits app that Instagram has, the edits, or InShot, or I use InShot too. It's real easy to put the little music in there and turn it all the way down so you can hear the talking, and that was it.
And you can get the help that you need. Go to terryjohnsononline.com and she will help you figure out how to do it and figure out an easy recipe for you. I call it a recipe because now we have all the ingredients. We just need to know how to put them together.
Yeah, and you can ask questions are free. I don't charge for questions. Ask me a question. I need to know what everybody is having issue with or problems with. I can go online and I can see what's going on because I go to the right spots. Small business on Reddit or digital marketing. I see the things they pop up with me. I go, ooh, okay, but to have questions from people is really another part of it. And that's another reason why, like, I love that Gary does his tea and he lives and he takes questions, because that keeps things moving. And then you get to see, well, what are the issues going on today? Not, okay, what happened pre-pandemic or what happened 10 years ago? No.
It's here and now. Yeah, it's here and it's now. So thank you all for tuning in today. Become a part of the Bizchicks community. Just go to bizchicks.net. We got a lot of little things over there. Tell us what you think of our new site. Give us, some feedback. What didn't work for you? If something was a little bumpy or whatever, we want a smooth process. And while you're over there, you might want to talk to Liz, who is our little digital concierge over there. Let us know what
digital concierge. Ooh, okay.
We've been playing in the sandbox and bringing some stuff out. So
all right, I like that.
Yeah. So check us out, and we will see you next time. Because we're here to help everybody. Yes, and we're gonna let Brittany take it away.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.